Hey guys, it's me, Kisame Unlimited.
And me. Let's get this video started, 24.
Now this video, I was originally going to kind of plan this out to be like more of a rant video, but this is actually a video that I'm actually sad.
Oh, brother.
So I'm going to be more like expressing my disappointment.
Oh, here we go.
And this video is, I wish Yu-Gi-Oh! Was more like Pokemon. I am more of a collector in this game.
Yeah.
I'm more of a collector in Yu-Gi-Oh! Than a player, and I feel like I value that collecting side of this game. And the sad thing is that side of Yu-Gi-Oh! Is not acknowledged. And I'm noticing it because that's why I kind of stopped making the Extremely Rare Cards edition, because I felt like most people didn't really care about valuable cards in this game. They rather information, top decks, they rather like other like openings. So it's like because of that, like nobody really cares about like the hidden gems in this game. I mean, I guess that works out for my end because if everybody was into it, I probably wouldn't have the cards that I have today. But I feel like at sometimes I kind of wish that, like, because Pokemon has like the opposite. Most people don't give a flying F about the Pokemon TCG. They think that Pokemon cards are beautiful. They love the illustration rares, all the different variants of like.
Oh, you mean not the you mean the VCG, like the video game?
No, I'm talking about like that physical card game.
Okay, but they don't. Oh, like they don't actually care about playing it. They want to.
Yeah, they don't care about playing the physical card game, but they love collecting the physical cards.
Okay.
For them, it's like all of it. Like that's their hobby. Like how my hobby is collecting the Yu-Gi-Oh cards. But Pokemon, on the other hand, like I love their like video game series. Yu-Gi-Oh doesn't have a good video game series. The only thing that I feel like Yu-Gi-Oh had that was better than Pokemon was playing the TCG itself, which I think is maybe probably like Yu-Gi-Oh still has the edge slightly, but Yu-Gi-Oh I feel like it's just declining at a fast pace.
And the amount of people that come to play Pokemon. And Pokemon still has the ability to grab kids. Yu-Gi-Oh does not have that.
No, they don't. I just feel like there are just so like, and you know what the sad thing is? I watched this one person where he like owned a card shop and he was like talking about like all like the hottest things that like sell, and they were like saying things like that, like Lola Rona like card game. Didn't mention Yu-Gi-Oh at all. Like the One Piece card game that I feel like came out of fucking nowhere, and like I just feel like there are just so much that I feel like even DBZ like has like a card game that they're like pushing now as well.
Oh yeah.
Where it's just,
they have an app with it too.
But I feel like look, Yu-Gi-Oh is like losing like the one thing it had, where it was like neck and neck with like Magic and Pokemon, and now it's just like falling off the fucking radar. And I'm like,
it's so funny that that Yu-Gi-Oh is the card game that's falling off when Yu-Gi-Oh is a card game. TV show about a card game. All these other card games are based on animes that aren't centered around card games.
Ironically, when Yu-Gi-Oh was first being pitched in like season 0, and that it was supposed to be like a kind of like where Yu-Gi was just supposed to be like a king of games and just games in general.
Yeah.
And then when they eventually started pitching Yu-Gi-Oh, they didn't expect the card game to really take off as much as it did, and then everyone fell in love with it. So they kind of just shafted it to that. But Yu-Gi-Oh was like the card game was just supposed to be like a side little thing.
King against Dungeon Dice, and yes, this was supposed to just pick. But yeah,
it's just for me the thing that like just I guess disappoints me is that the aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh that I find a lot of enjoyment that I really like is I love the collecting aspect, and that is Pokemon's probably main thing. Everyone loves the collecting aspect of Pokemon. And I feel like I kind of just wish that more people in Yu-Gi-Oh kind of felt that. But nobody really does. And I want to say it doesn't exist because it does. But at the same time, it's like the community of collectors for Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh is like insanely different. And it's just like completely like everyone does that. But like no one does it in Yu-Gi-Oh, I feel like. And it feels like the one thing that I really strive in, that I really like, I really kind of don't have a voice at sometimes, and I feel like it's sad.
What do you mean you don't have a voice? You mean like there's nobody who can like talk?
I guess I don't want to say that I don't have a voice, but nobody listens.
Yeah, because it feels like there's nobody you can talk to about it. Like there's nobody else.
Nobody cares.
Yeah, it's not a large enough community out there. Like, yo, you got this sign? Whoa!
And that's like another thing. Like, you know what it is like for me? It's like I really always thought like the autograph cards. Like I don't know why to me I get so hyped with them. I think that they are so cool because these are the voice actors that voiced my childhood, that this was their ace card and I got it signed by them. I think, it literally feels like I just got, like, I yanked into the anime and got, like,
it's in your
their
pocket.
card.
Yeah.
It feels like, to me, like, it, like, crosses, like, so much of, like, my kid nostalgia, like, and nobody cares. And, like, to me, it's just, like, but don't you like the anime? Didn't you grow up? I don't give a fuck about that. And, like, I was like, what?
Yeah.
I'm like, how does none of these things, like, appeal to anybody? So you know what I think is the most disappointing is that Yu-Gi-Oh! And like Pokemon were always like neck and neck, where it's like if you didn't like one, you like the other, and it's just
in interest. But I'm like, I felt like every Yu-Gi-Oh player liked Pokemon, but not every Pokemon player liked Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's fair.
That's what I'm saying. Like one clearly encompasses the other one. Thanks, Logan Paul.
Yeah, and then everyone kind of just like completely forgot about Yu-Gi-Oh! But to be fair, Konami kind of shot themselves in the foot with Yu-Gi-Oh! And kind of like ruined it.
I think another big portion of it, why people are so sought after with Pokemon cards, is because the artwork involved in Pokemon is a lot different than the artwork that's involved in Yu-Gi-Oh! When it comes to Yu-Gi-Oh!, yes, there's different art types, and all these different art types do have somewhat different aesthetics to them, but for the most part, Yu-Gi-Oh! Monsters are generally humanoid or they're waifu, and they really don't, or they become these super big monstrosities where it's really hard to make out where's this thing's face. But with Pokemon, not saying every Pokemon design and artwork is like the most creative, most super coolest artistic choice, because we just seen what Mega Victory Bell looks like.
Sorry.
But I am saying that when it comes to the aesthetic between a Yu-Gi-Oh card versus the aesthetic in a Pokemon card, and all the different art variations of a Pokemon that you could do in artwork with Pokemon versus what you can't do with Yu-Gi-Oh, like the alternate artworks, like that is something very different, because Yu-Gi-Oh's artwork and aesthetics are generally humanoid, waifu, or super monstrous where you can't even make out the face of these things.
Like,
versus Pokemon, where they have all these different art styles, or you can see a Pokemon in different sceneries that makes it look completely different. And that adds another element of why certain cards might be more collectible.
Like the one thing that like I like to do is, and I do this once in a while, where I'm the type where it's like I'm very focused on nostalgia. Nostalgia runs this body. And I feel like I'm the type where it's like, you know what it is? Like once in a while, I'm actually surprised you kind of don't do this. A lot of the time now, me as an adult with money, what I like to do is sometimes I try to like backtrack and try to find things that meant something to me as a kid and have it as an adult, just have it. So for me, it's like, I like to do that like with my prize cards and the autograph cards, and it's just like for me, it's like, you know, these are things from my childhood. Like back in the day, I used to have these fucking Bionicles. You know, this shit was like fucking fire for me. Like I used to have things like that. I used to, you know, I got my dual discs and everything. That shit
What's super funny is that this one always got more burn out of us. And every time when we had to do this, it was like, which one you want to use? Everybody was always like, I want to use the...
You know, like, I used to like the Mega Man MT Warrior. I used to like Bash. Like, you know.
No, you didn't.
I did.
No, you didn't. You never talked about Bass or Mega Man.
Well,
I was way more into Mega Man than you were. You never played Mega Man Battle Network.
You know, I used to collect, you know, little Pokemon keychains. I used to do that.
I'm not getting off of the Mega Man. You never played Mega Man Battle Network.
You didn't.
I'm way bigger Mega Man than you are.
I was into collecting like the Dragon Ball Z action little figures.
I'll beat your ass in Dragon Ball Z. Other things in Yu-Gi-Oh! Like right now, I'm wearing a Dark Magician chain that is like all iced out and everything. But even in that, Konami didn't make this. Like this is like opportunity. Like, they can make jewelry. They can make like. Kaiba was like a fashion icon. Mm-hmm. Like you could make the Kaiba jacket. Recently,
but they make a lot of statues and like action figures.
I'm not fucking talking about that. Anthony. I'm talking about shit that translates to culture. Pokemon has a culture and Pokemon has its own ways of merchandising that infuses itself into culture that Yu-Gi-Oh! Fails to do at every fucking turn. There was this thing going around the internet where, you know, Joey Wheeler, he wears these Air Maxes, these are Nike sneakers that actually exist.
They actually did make Yu-Gi-Oh! Sneakers.
That's what I'm talking about.
But I never ended up getting them. I wanted to.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's this thing going around with like this exclusive pair of Joey Wheeler Air Force Air Maxes, 95s, and it's like Konami's not making that. It's like it might be a collaboration, but Konami's not. Like these are things that they can do.
I think they did it with Elitist. I think they did that. You know, but they could do Skull Dice on one and Racer Dice.
Doesn't like you can do like that's what I'm saying. Like there's things that they can do to help incorporate themselves in culture with their merchandising that can make it more appealing to children. That can make it more appealing to the outside people. Like this Yu-Gi-Oh has a very hard time of grabbing people's attention if they can't put it inside the card game.
It's true. It's sad.
With Pokemon, like you just clearly explained, Pokemon could grab people and you know nothing about the TCG. Pokemon could grab people and you don't even play the video games. Like Pokemon can grab people without you actually having to invest in the actual.
So Konami, how you gonna fix this? Yu-Gi-Oh is like my number one hobby. It's my number one interest, and I love a lot of these other things. Like I like Pokemon, I like Dragon Ball, I like Mega Man. Even though I don't think I like Mega Man.
No, you didn't like Mega Man. Don't mind these people.
You never asked me about.
No,
Mega Man.
I was around. I played Mega Man. I had Mega Man Battle Network. I was coming around playing that shit.
Me
You
too.
never give a fuck. You didn't play Battle Network 5. You didn't play with Colonel. You didn't play the one with 6 with the Phoenix and Beast. You didn't play none of that.
I didn't play all
You didn't
those.
play with Proto Man.
Did you play Mega Man 8? I played Mega Man 8.
Mega Man 8, yes. Mega Man X 8. I have the whole Mega Man X series. I have the collector's edition. I play all of that shit.
So I hope you guys check out the.
And I hope y'all gotta play Mega Man.
And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Check out my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in a future video. Bye.